Welcome back, everybody. Look at today's day. Yesterday was still nice and sunny, shiny. I was wearing some shorts and a t-shirt. And then today, we're dealing with some of these clouds, and then supposedly for the rest of the week, we're gonna have some like wet snow and slush still. So end of March is gonna be kind of weird weather. I guess winter's gonna show who's boss. Doesn't want to let go, but you know, eventually it has to. Today is going to be a little different than usual. I'm heading to Libby, Montana to pick up a bike, and I figured, hey, why don't you guys come along with me too? If you want to watch the video, great. If not, that's okay too. Today is not going to be a money-making day. It's going to be a money-spending day. So I want to invest into a electric dirt bike. My kids already have it. They do some dirt bike flipping on their own, and basically we got one that's like, I think it's about 3 weeks ago, maybe close to a month ago, probably 3 weeks ago. Boys picked up a Segway and spent $3,000 on that one. They wanted, when they post, it's a $7,000 bike, but when they posted it, they wanted like $3,800 for it, or $3,750, something like that. And we negotiated down to $3,000, and they just hurry up, jumped in the van and went and picked it up. So today I found one in Libby. The seller wanted $3,500 for it, but he's willing to go down to $3,000 for it. It is a 3-hour drive for me each way. So 3 hours there, 3 hours back, and $3,000. Normally new, I think they're like just a bit over, I think they're like $4,500. Some were either 45 or 5. So I figured, hey, I'm gonna pick another one up. It's gonna be more fun riding with 2 bikes, and we wanna eventually get 3. So all 3 of us have one. Electric dirt bikes, they go almost 50 miles an hour. They're fun to ride, no gas, none of that kind of stuff. And you know, we like the outdoor stuff. So today is gonna be one of those days where I'm gonna take you on a scenic route. If you wanna come along, go ahead and stay till the end. And if you don't, then it's okay. You can flip and watch somebody else and watch something else. But if you guys haven't subscribed yet to the channel, please do so. You know, everybody knows, you guys already know that I'm a hustler. I always have been. So there wasn't any loads today out of here. Actually, there was one to Kalispell, but we didn't get it. Straight from Spokane to Kalispell, there was a load today. Didn't get it. It would have been nice, because I would have actually, you know, jumped in and done that delivery, and then would have went to Libby, Montana, so to pick up the bike. But hey, it is what it is. It's okay. Sometimes you just gotta, you know, go with the flow. My guess, I don't know if that's what it'll be, but my guess is I'll probably flip it for $3,500. I don't think I'd want to sell it for any less. Summer's coming up, so people are going to be out and about wanting it for camp and everything else. So I think $3,500 is going to be a good selling point. So it's going to cost me $85 at most to get there and back. It's 170 miles for me, and then each way, and then $400 profit in the end. And you know, out of a 6-hour day that I'll waste on this, making $400, you guys divide that and see what that is hourly. I think that's good. Plus I'll get to ride it. We'll keep it for a while and then sell it eventually. So, nope, somebody's getting Nab Joned. Nab Jones got somebody. So stick around, hit the like and the subscribe if you haven't yet, and let's go into this trip. Filling up a Maverick 365. Oh geez, that's pure red. 365 out here, guys. Price was lower, and then it kind of goes up and down. It's just, you never know. For diesel, 365 a gallon out here. It's not horrible, but it is the cheapest around the area. I was just in Seattle days ago, and out there I've seen the worst was almost $5.50 a gallon, so wasn't that great. This is a little much better, and this is actually the cheapest in our area to fill up, even cheaper than Idaho will be. I think further on, I think it's going to be more expensive, but I guess we'll check it out. We'll see. And it's definitely cheaper than anywhere in Montana. So Filling up right here. We'll see what the cost is. $3.65. They're gonna give me another 2 cents off. So $80.72. That's the true cost of diesel fuel. That's the cost of that we're gonna attach that cost to the cost of the bike, and the profit will be based on that. So I keep all my receipts up here. I got one of these things off of Amazon. I don't know if you can see it real good. It's got kind of like a glasses holder, card holders. I got my tip money from my other load, $30 still here. I'm gonna keep it here. Maybe I'll need some cash someday. Maybe I'll have to bribe a forklift driver or somebody else to do something for me. Never know. Then I keep my receipts in here in one of these pouches. Pretty. It's got a lot of pouches still in there, so kind of neat. Everything's kind of in one place. Keeps it out of the way, so that way you don't have to throw it in your glove box and all that kind of stuff. So that's the way I keep it, is in that. Okay, let's get going. Somewhere up in that darkness that way, up in those mountains. Eventually we're going to take a right-hand turn. For now, this is Bonner's Ferry, Idaho. Small little town, I guess they call it a city, but kind of funny that it's a city. Not much of a city for me anyway. We live in Spokane, and that's, I don't know, what is it? With the surrounding everything, probably close to 1 million people living around us. And, you know, I call that a town as well. But that's just me. This is what you would call the good old boy American life. See all that? Kind of in between the mountains, you know. I don't know what people do out here. Maybe they drive all the way to, who knows where they would be driving. They could drive all the way to Coeur d'Alene for all I know, for work, or maybe they got something going on out here. I always question, like, you know, how do these people survive out here? What do they live off of? How are they able to, you know, afford things? Is it all in credit? Are they all in debt? Are they all bankrupt? Hopefully not, you know, but not everybody's going to be on, you know, on retirement already. I don't think. Not everybody. I know most maybe, but not everybody. And not everybody out here is going to be doing some online things to where you could say, well, you know, I've got Starlink internet, so I'm good. I can be anywhere in the world and make money. If you guys live out in the middle of nowhere, let me know. How do you survive out there? Outhouse? Is that what it is? Looks like, maybe. Some underground building and something that looks maybe like a good old-fashioned outhouse. I actually grew up around outhouses. We did have indoor bathroom and indoor plumbing, indoor hot water and everything else where I grew up, but the house was older, and before all that got installed, there was an outhouse, and most people still had an outhouse just because it was more convenient, you know, to live in a place where there's actually a bathroom outside instead of, you know, running back inside. So a lot of you might say, well, you just, you know, do your business outside and whatever, but hey, outhouse is outhouse. It's one of those things. And we also had an outdoor shower as well too for the summertime. We didn't really use it much, but you know, it was there from the previous owners. So I did catch some of that outhouse era and outside showering era. And my grandparents, they had indoor plumbing as well, but they did have, you know, an outhouse as well, an outside shower too. So for us kids, when we went to grandparents', that was the most fun. Actually enjoying that shower outside and enjoying that outdoor bathroom too, because you get to read up on some of those old newspapers that who knows where Grandpa got those papers from. But yeah, old newspapers. I don't even know where they came from. That was our toilet paper back then. Just past that area, the Thompson Falls, but even over here it's nice and pretty. Well, it was until I picked up the camera, as always. There's a lot of good looking falls here as well, but that Thompson Falls, that's one of the best ones. That's where I did the video on a swinging bridge for you guys end of summer last year. It's on the channel. You guys got to check that out if you haven't. That's a pretty sight out there. And then you get, you know, a bunch of these like rushing waters and things like that here, but it doesn't compare to what you see out there. All those beautiful rocks, all that beautifulness. Oh man. If nobody's been here before and you guys are living in this area, like, I don't know where you live. If you're living in the Northwest, Coeur d'Alene, Spokane area, Moses Lake, whatever, you know, or even Sandpoint or Bonner's Ferry, and you've never been out this way, come out here to this Thompson Falls area. It's off of Highway 2 between Troy and between Libby. Closer to, whoa, look at that eagle. He almost, man, oh man. If that eagle would have ended up under the wheels, that would have been sad. That's a huge eagle. My gosh, man, I thought it was some kind of an airplane. Like one of them, you know, fake ones. I'm looking this way and all of a sudden he comes flying this way. Jeez. That's a big, wide wingspan. Oh my gosh. I don't think I've seen an eagle like that with his wings open so close ever. We're going to have to try to freeze that moment. Check out how these people live. Isn't this one of the best? One of the best ways to live, don't you think? Or even have a cabin out here. I know maybe somebody will say, well, you know, rushing waters, lake would be better. Yeah, I agree lake would be better, but you can take, you know, a boat, canoe, whatever, in the summertime when it's not so rushing water, and go pretty much, you know, pretty far. Versus, you know, if you live on a little lake, then you're kind of tied into one area. I call it like a one pond that you go in circles around. Woodland RV Park. In the trees by the creek, it says. Ain't that a beautiful place? If any of you guys are from here, from Libby, do a shout out for me. Let me know. Let me know where you live out here. I mean, I'm not going to come to your house, but, you know, just kind of what area. Not like I know all the areas, but, you know, it would be nice to know that, hey, next time I drive by, there's somebody that lives here that actually watches. Maybe you guys can throw something in a comment to visit something out here next time I'm out this way. Maybe when I'm going to the Libby Dam next time, or Eureka, or Wairika, however you call it, Eureka. I did some drop-offs over there. So you never know. You never know where the pickup could be and where it could drop off. But here you guys are, Bigfoot right there on the left.
Prepare to turn left in half a mile.
Yeah, this GPS doesn't have the right address, but Google, Google Maps. Google Maps is what's gonna lead me that way. Here's your guys' Rosars if you're from here. Idaho, Idaho. Here it comes. Okay, so 4 miles somewhere up in the mountains.
Turn left at the second set of traffic lights.
It seems like
Arrive at your destination on the left.
10-minute drive or so per Google. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay.
Turn right onto West Olson Street.
I hope it's not all the way up there,
Then turn left.
up in the snow, because I do want to test drive this bike first.
Recalculating.
Wow, look at how some of these folks live. These guys here and these guys here. Right outside their backyard, they got a creek. Are you kidding me? Just like I told you guys, it seems like the man lives up in the hills, up in the mountains, and that's where we're heading. Man, some of these people fly through here, jeez. And everybody's got to go somewhere, you see that? That's so odd. 6:45 local time out here, and somebody's all hurrying somewhere. Where could these people be hurrying to? Montana life, guys. Montana life. Look at these deer walking around in somebody's yard over here. You know, if this was Russia or Ukraine right here, they wouldn't be here. They would definitely not be here. They would already be hanging and skinned. That's the road right there. Good thing it's not snowing out here and the weather's okay, because if I would have came a couple of weeks earlier, you never know what kind of weather would have been here. And I would definitely need a tow out here. Look at this. This is incredible. Supposedly I'm a whole mile worth of driving just like this. I just hope I'm going the right way, because backing up a mile like this, that ain't gonna be fun. We'll just keep following Google, and hopefully we're not gonna get stuck out here in the mud. Okay, it's all loaded up. I'll tell you guys all about it here in a bit. Some people's private property at their homes, if they, you know, live out in the middle of nowhere, especially Montana guys, you know, some like it, some don't. So some tell you to turn the camera off and let's go for a tour. I did that before, but this is basically it. Talaria. It's a black on black bike. His wife used it for, it's got just a couple hundred miles on it. They're upgradable. You can put a bigger battery on here and, you know, do a little more on these bikes, but this is it basically. This is what $3,000 costs. I forgot to ask him what the heck it was when he bought it, but online they're like 55 and up. So it's a good bike. He bought himself a beta for his wife, upgraded a little bit, did a beta. So just the seat height is a little higher. Only flaw with this bike really is just right here. It's got a little bit of a tear in the seat, which I'm sure we could put something on here, and we could always get a cover as well too. So standing nice and good. It's not gonna go anywhere. I think my kids are probably waiting for me to get home real quick. That way we could still go riding together. So we'll probably go and do that real quick. Try to get home as fast as I can. Some more of this Montana life for you guys in the middle of nowhere. Got to be careful because these Montana folks, man, you guys fly. I tell you what, you guys fly on the corners. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm unprepared, holding a camera in one hand, trying to talk, show, look around myself. A million things always going on at once. Maybe it's just me. I'm not prepared for it, and you guys are. But man, you guys Montana folks, some of you fly. Oh yeah, this is the same way I drove through here. I remember these green lights and that address. All right, well, 172 miles exactly to the house. 172 shows that I'll be there at 10:10, which kind of sucks. I don't know where we're gonna go driving when it's 10:10 at night.
1,000 feet. Turn sharp.
Look at this. Tell me if you wouldn't live like this. You know, like this. Who wouldn't live like that? Did you guys live in a log cabin like that? Have a shop like that? You know, I like it, and at the same time, like, what else? You know what I mean? What else? You know, how far is church? Do you have a variety? You know,
The next sharp left
how,
onto Parmenter Creek
you know,
Road.
where do you get friends out here, and, you know, people to talk to, and, you know, and go places with you. Where do you get, you know, things done? You know what I mean? Like maintenance on your vehicle if you can't do it yourself, and the nearest dealership if you got to go get parts and everything else. I mean, some of these places is cool, like that little place, maybe that's cool, but for the most part, I don't know, guys. I mean, I understand living in a big city and then having a cabin out here and coming out here like for a week or two, once a month or something. I understand that. But live, I don't know. Live, I think you just got to be retired, honestly, in my opinion. You got to be retired, have a good pension going, or some kind of a side business or something that you're, you know, the money, constantly dripping money into your pocket. Then you could, you know, kind of live like this guy, or live like this guy, or live like that guy. You know what I mean? Toy barn. Hey guys. Soup? Turkey soup? No, they're not too happy about the turkey soup. But yeah, like a creek like this in your backyard, I imagine that's nice. Open your window during the summertime and listen to the water and fall asleep like that. I'd take that, even in the city,
End of the road.
if you could,
Turn
but
right onto West Blossom Street.
I don't know. There's still, to me, you got to be retired, you know, and to live out here. Otherwise, it's kind of it's too wild. On the other hand, you know what I mean? You're kind of out in the middle of nowhere in the wilderness. People are still burning their wood fireplaces.
Turn right.
You guys see that? They're like even my wife's parents, even in their house, they had a thing called pitch, which is
Take the next left onto Idaho Avenue.
what do you call it? Like an indoor fireplace, but it's not a fireplace. It was basically used. It was basically used to heat up the whole house, like a heater for the whole house. But it was all made out of wood, and it would have the channels going right through there, and then it had, you know, kind of like a stove and an oven on top. I don't know. I guess there's probably a name for it in English, but I don't know what the name is. So it was everything. It was the furnace in the house. It was where the kids would sleep if they wanted to always be warm. And that thing, you know, you fire that up, let it run for a few hours, and it would keep warm all night long in there, you know, until morning time. Then you fire it back up again in the winter time and keep going. So even they had such a thing, you know, primitive thing. And this is not, you know, my wife's 38, gonna be 38, so it's not like it was long ago, something that you would see, you know, in a movie somewhere, or something, you know, that your grandparents were in, you know, in a Belarus village. That's how things were. And some people still even put it in their houses, just in case there's a gas problem, just in case you don't have electricity for some reason, you know.
Turn left at the traffic
Just a
light.
little something for you guys. Still a primitive world out there. Still is. I know out here in US we got a maid. Everybody has a maid. You guys have a maid. And I know that you have a maid because I'm not from here, you know what I mean? I didn't grow up here. I moved here when I was 10. So I still know a little bit, and I still seen some things from back there and how people live. But you don't have to go far. You can look at Mexico or any other third world country and see how people live there. Mexico, Africa, you know, any other poor country. It's all the same still. Enough jibber jabber. I think we gotta go. Go. The man that was selling this had a nice sign out there at his, you know, gate as you get in there, saying, "I've got firearms and an excavator. No trespassing. I've got firearms and an excavator." So you guys can get that humor and ponder on that. I'm actually going to go out of my way, and I'm going to do it either way for you guys. I'm going to show you how it looks out here from up above, even though I already showed it. But in case you didn't see it, or in case you forgot, or maybe you want to see it one more time, here it is. This is the Thompson Falls off of Highway 2. Beautiful place. I'm the only idiot here. Well, I'm not an idiot, but I'm the only person here for some reason. Nobody else is out here, so take a look from up above. If you guys think that it deserves a like and a subscribe to the channel, you're more than welcome to do so. Look, enjoy it. guys enjoyed it. I did my best to show you guys. It looks a lot better in real life. Trust me, it always does than on camera. Everything always does. You guys, if you ever did a little video yourself of something, you guys know what it looks like on camera versus in real life. So I'm gonna try to hurry up and get home. It's getting, you know, it's getting dark. It's gonna get dark fast, so I'm gonna try to go home and avoid all the animals that are gonna be out on the road out here, because in Montana, just like people, these animals they like to interact with people, so they're always out and about and want to say hello. So I just don't want to catch a hello tonight.